Hey everyone, it's me. I'm going to be reading from my book again. Reforming the Trust. When Rockefeller consolidated his investments in mining, lumber, and transportation, created the Standard Oil Trust, he set a precedent that other entrepreneurs emulated. It was a precedent that led to protest, controversy, and political maneuverings that carried over into the 1900s. At the heart of the controversy and legal ramifications was that Standard Oil and the other major trusts that were formed constituted monopolies. Companies or groups with exclusive control over producing and or selling commodities or services. Such exclusive control was illegal under some states' anti-monopoly laws. Workers, consumers, and small business owners argue that trusts went against the democratic tradition of free enterprise. Early state and federal attempts to break the trust and restrict big business, however, were blocked by the courts and remained a problem that gave impetus to the national push for reform in the 1900s. The progressives were convinced that the trusts were too powerful. They argued that if not controlled, trusts would put small companies out of business. Afraid that monopolies were destroying competition, they worked for the regulation of business by all levels of government. They attacked giant trusts like Standard Oil and Andrew Carnegie's U.S. Steel and demanded that they be broken up. Reform, however, was not easy to achieve and was relatively slow in coming. Then in 1901, an assassin's bullet ended the life of President William McKinley and Vice President Theodore Roosevelt ascended to the presidency. A national spokesperson for progressives and reform, Roosevelt made progressivism a national creed. Using executive powers, he ordered the Justice Department to use the 1898 Sherman Antitrust Act to prosecute the Northern Securities Company, a trust that financier J.P. Morgan and Railroad Botanate, I think that's how you say, James J. Hill had created to control the activities of three powerful railroad companies. The Supreme Court ruled in 1904 that Northern Securities did violate the Sherman Act and that it had to sell some of its assets. The case marked the first time that the federal government had taken an active role in regulating business. That same year, Roosevelt was elected president. He promised the people a square deal and set out to push reforms through Congress. He got 25 indictments against trusts in the beef, oil, and tobacco industries, which earned him a reputation as a trust boner. Ironically, Roosevelt had not set out to destroy the trusts, merely to regulate them. He believed that the growth of big business, including the trust, was a natural part of the economic system. As a result, he favored the government breaking up only those trusts that use unfair business practices. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Bye. And on TikTok, please follow me. Bye.